What's up, peoples? We back with a new one. One that was just like in my reading. I said, let me do this one because it seems pretty interesting. Hope everyone's doing well out there in Wonderland, or should we call it Disneyland these days? Yeah, got my lokes on too. So I can, as Easy E said, let me put on my lokes so I can see what I'm doing. Right? It's that time. Yeah. But anyways, so we're going to talk about faith today. Keep it real simple and short. Faith, the Centurion, and Jesus. So this is going to start off in Matthew 8:5 through 13. Let's switch over and get into it so we're not on this too long. All right. So here we have no backdrops today. We're just going to read it so we can get a full understanding of what faith looks like. All right. So it says here, let me drop it down so y'all can see where it's at. Matthew 8:5 through 13. This is the faith of the centurion. So it says, I'm going to read it over here because it's bigger. When Jesus had entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him asking for help. Lord, he said, my servant lies at home paralyzed, suffering terribly. Jesus said to him, shall I come and heal him? The centurion replied, Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof, but just say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I will tell this one, go, and he goes, and that one, come, and he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does it. When Jesus heard this, he was amazed, and said to those following him, truly I tell you, I have not found anyone in Israel with such great faith. I say to you that many will come from the east and the west, and will take their places at the feast with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the subjects of the kingdom will be thrown outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Goes on to say, then Jesus said to the centurion, go, let it be done, just as you believed it would. And his servant was healed at that moment. Pretty wild. That's what faith looks like. Centurion never met Jesus. He heard, and Jesus was in town, and he heard the miracles of Jesus. And so he put his faith in Jesus and asked him to heal his servant without even knowing him, but he just heard the miracles of Jesus and he believed. And so his faith actually amazed Jesus, as it says in there. It amazed him, and it says Jesus has never seen anyone in Israel with faith like this man, and the Israelites were his own. So here you have a Gentile Roman centurion with faith that is surpassing of the Jews of that time. So that's what faith looks like. He believed that Jesus didn't have to go to his place, let alone he humbled himself and said, I'm not worthy for you to step under my roof. But he believed that if Jesus would just say the words to heal his servant, then it would be done. And that is faith. That's is impressive, as we see it impressed Jesus. So that's the faith he's looking for. If you believe, then faith kicks in action. So The people who pray for something and don't believe, it says they're like a sailboat being tossed around in the ocean. So you know what that looks like. That's someone who doesn't have control of their boat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, faith is very important. I'm going to leave you with this one. In Hebrews 11:6, it says, it is impossible to please God without faith. So this centurion's faith really impressed Jesus. He said, go. It's done. As you said, you don't have to go there. Just say the words. And that's what Jesus was telling him. I'm going to do it the way you asked me to do it because of your faith. So without faith, it's impossible to please God, my friends. I think there's one more part I want to touch on in here. If anyone was confused about this part where it talks about Abraham and Isaac right here being in heaven. So it says, I say to you that many will come from the east and west. So that's the Gentiles, us non-Jews, and take their place at the feast with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And you know, Jews believe in Christ too. There's a sect of Jews that do, and in the end, there be Jews who will start to believe in Jesus who don't now. So what he's talking about here about Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, they're already in heaven. So what he's saying, there's going to be a feast at the time of when the church is received and everyone is in, and the 12 tribes are complete and in heaven, and the Jews that are saved during the tribulation period. The reference to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven, they're already there. So those who believe and have faith, because Abraham is the father of faith, so therefore those will sit at the table at the feast. And the ones who, where it says they are but the subjects of the kingdom, those are people who reject God, faithless. They'll be thrown outside into darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of the teeth. That's a place where we don't want to be, guys. That's eternal damnation. Basically, that's speaking of hell. So, hey, get your faith in order, boogie down, get your groove on, and do what you got to do. But, you know, we're lucky to see biblical, how would I say, biblical things being taking place on earth today. Yeah, we're seeing it play out. So guys, have a good day, good night, and good evening, whatever Truman says. Yeah, but all right, thanks guys, thanks for listening. Oh, and please give a like and subscribe, guys. Hook a brother up. Trying to grow this channel to reach more people. The more likes and subscribes I get, the more my feed goes out into the YouTube world. So I would really appreciate that. Hook a brother up. All right, guys. Peace.